so I was looking for a salesperson and I just had a hard time finding the right fit. And, we tried to hire locally and it just didn't ever work out. So somebody had told me about virtual assistants. And because a lot of our consultations I already had done over Zoom, I was like, well, that person doesn't necessarily have to be here. And so I was kind of just exploring some options. And then I came across your company and was like, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I was just worried, what if they don't work out? What if um, I train them and then everything just, doesn't work out and I'm out all the money and it's just not paying off. I mean, I think that's a struggle that a lot of us deal with when you hire in general, but with somebody that's, further away, it's even a little bit more because you don't actually get to meet them in person and talk to I don't remember her name, but she explained everything to me and I was like, okay, that sounds like a plan and I'm glad I decided to give it a shot. Yeah, the process was just explained to me, and I really liked that, they're pre-screened, they have to go through a lot of tests before they even meet me. So a lot of that it's a lot of work, and I didn't have to do that. I'm a small business owner. I'm already stretched pretty thin when it comes to hours of the day. And so it was just nice that first just finding the right candidates was not on my list. And so by the time I actually got to meet the first couple of candidates, that they were already pre-screened and I didn't have to worry so much about that initial gritty work of even finding the right candidates to interview. I got to talk to 5 amazing virtual assistants and they all were good. It was kind of hard to make a choice at first. Yeah, it was very smooth process. And I was actually impressed by the quality of the candidates right off the bat. It just went pretty fast. I didn't expect it to go so fast. Sometimes when you start this process, you're like, yeah, maybe, I'll start exploring and then it'll be another month or so, or, you'll go through a couple of rounds, but it was definitely not necessary. The quality was amazing. Janelle took out to me right off the bat. Her English was perfect. You can say she lives here in Kentucky. She was very calm. She was very excited, but she had this professionalism about her. She was very good in speaking. She talked a lot about her experience, even training other salespeople, and I could tell that she has done so much that I'm not going to start from scratch with her. That I can just give her my project and she's going to take it and run from there. Through the tools I've gotten from you guys, I'm able to see her screen. Every 3 minutes it takes a screenshot, and of course the first day and she starts working, of course I'm refreshing that page every like 10 minutes or so. And I was just highly impressed. She watched all the videos and she was like, it's very easy to understand. She picked up very quickly on all the information, and it is quite a bit. So I was highly impressed with how fast she has been working. The process was made so easy. I had never hired anyone from another country. So I've hired, of course, here in America, but there's a lot of, I'm sure, other laws and rules I don't know. And you have given me all the tools that I needed, from payroll processing, from a company that creates the contract. So I know I'm, all good on that end, that all the taxes are, I don't have to worry about that. It's all taken care of, including the screenshot software that tracks her time and shows me what she's doing. Like, it was literally so easy to just jump in there, and all my fears like flew out the window because I'm like, oh, that's almost easier than hiring somebody over here. I would highly recommend to use Remote Leverage. I had actually looked into some other companies, and this one really stood out to me. That it seemed like an all-around package. It's all, scheduled for you, and they found really great people that can be sometimes, we all wear a little bit different hats, and it was just, I don't have to hire 3 different people for one role. She can do it all. So Remote Leverage has been absolutely amazing to work with, and I highly recommend to everyone.